Oops.
Hello.
How are you today?
Good. How are you?
It's been a busy day so far. But after this, I'm heading out to run more errands. It seems like that is the story of my life. What's going on with you? How's your day going so far?
It's pretty mellow over here, so I'm not gonna jinx it.
Okay, so welcome everybody to the commentary zone. This is a housewife edition. We will be talking about The Real Housewives of Orange County, season 16, episode 2, Loose Lips and Lawsuits. Good Lord. But they did their taglines last night for the first time. Did
Mhm.
you want to review those?
I mean, we can.
Did you
Yeah.
like them?
They're a little long.
Oh
They're
Lord.
they're a little long for taglines. Taglines should be quick hitters and out. But let's go over them real quick before we get
Mm-hmm.
into the show.
Okay, let me see if I can find them because I know I sent them to you, right?
No.
I think I sent. Yeah,
Did you
I
send? Where'd you send
did.
them?
See, that goes to show you don't read what I send you.
I
On
do, but
Instagram, I sent it to you.
oh, when you send me things, I do because you don't really use Instagram. So when you send me things, I don't look
I
for you to send me
know,
things there. So don't
but
blame me.
that's why you should because I don't use it. But if I see something, my goodness,
Yeah,
share
it's an Instagram.
screen. All right. Ugh. All right. Stop sharing. What is going on with my share today? Okay, here we go. All right, so we got Miss Heather. If you'd like to reach my standards, I suggest you get a ladder.
Nah, with that one, I would have gone. Fancy pants is back. Now bring me my shams. Yeah, I need something. I need you to give me something. It fits Heather. It fits Heather, but it's not clever or snappy enough, at least for my
Mm-hmm.
taste.
What about Gina's? I've still got a small house, but I'm living large. I actually
Good
kind of
try.
like this because it shows her trying to socially climb.
Yes. And I want to see how
And it
she's
goes
living
back
large.
to Shannon shading her house.
What's changed? I want to know how she's living large and what's changed. Cause I'm sorry if you live in
She's
if
living because. Mm-hmm.
I'm like if your man's still living with you and y'all ain't moved to a bigger place, I need to know how you're living large. Just saying. Just for me.
Um, riding Heather's coattails. That's what
Okay.
this says to me. It's harkening back to Shannon shading her small house and her socially climbing on Heather's coattails.
But I'm loving that her hair is fixed.
Yes, yes. This
Loving
is
it.
like a really
Loving
good
it.
pitch. It's very clean and it shows that she's like a really, really pretty girl without all
Yeah.
of that
Oof.
hair mess. And
Yeah.
the garish makeup too. It's like this is really good. Keep this
Yeah.
styling team.
Mhm.
Um oh wait, hold on. Here's Noella. Love her curls. In the OC, it's easier to fit in, but it's so much more fun to stand out.
This is a recycled version of Lizzie's tagline. Sorry, and Lizzie's tagline was better. Lizzie's tagline
Who's
was
Libby?
standing out.
What?
Lizzie's tagline was standing out is much more fun and fitting in. Lizzie Rosbeck, she was
Oh,
season.
Lizzie, the bikini designer.
Yeah, Lizzie.
Oh,
This
Lizzie.
this is Lizzie. This is Lizzie's recycled tagline.
Oh,
Give me 1 second. Uh,
yeah. Uh-huh. Hmm.
let me
What
try
is
to
Yanni
find
in
it.
here saying? Hello, guys in the chat. How y'all doing today? Did y'all like the episode? She hated Shannon. She outed Shannon because she thought Heather was a bigger fish.
Okay, so
Oh.
let me see if I can share real quick. Give me 2 seconds,
Mhm.
just so you can
Mhm.
see the comparison. There we go. Here, share screen, Chrome. All right, so this is Lizzie's tagline: "Standing out is much more fun than fitting in." So, so
Interesting.
Noella's got recycled. Sorry, girl. And Lizzie's was
Oh
much better
my
because it's
god.
shorter. It's shorter and gets to the point. All right, who's got next?
So messy. Okay. All right. So next is Emily. Oof. Oh my God. These days I don't just raise the bar, I close it down too.
I understand what they were going for. I really do, but to me, this just tells me like she's drinking more, and there's
Yes, I
and there's
got
issues.
alcoholic from this.
Yes, I did not like this for her.
No, no.
Mm-mm.
But
No,
at least she's
ma'am.
not a practicing attorney. So if she was a practicing attorney, I would have a major problem with this.
Yeah,
I wouldn't like this
agree.
tagline for her.
Mm-mm.
Next is Shannon. This storms has found her sunshine and the future is looking bright. This is wordy
That's the problem.
and says nothing, and it says nothing.
Yeah, she could have just said, "I have found my sunshine, and the future is looking bright." Next, keep it moving. But what they were trying to do is work her name in a in
Her
a
name.
a creative, funny way. No, mm-mm. No, nope. Let me help you out, Shannon. I have found my sunshine, and the future is looking bright. Just trust me on this, girl. If you see this video, trust me. Change that mess, because no one got time to listen to all that.
Or you could say, no storms in sight, the future's looking bright. Done.
Yes, done, done.
Well, it, she is a bit of a mess, though. So,
Right.
God. But again, I like her makeup.
Yeah, they
I
all
like her
looked at
makeup
real
and her
good.
hair. Well, not Emily. Not Emily.
Emily looked
This
at good.
picture didn't. I told you when I first saw, I was like, "Who is this girl?"
It's the hair is not right. The hair is too long for her, in my
I'm
opinion.
used to Emily looking like a pageant queen. A
Right.
southern pageant queen.
It's the hair.
And then her face, I don't know if whatever injectable she got didn't settle down. She looked like Khloe Kardashian with a migraine or something. I don't know. Oof.
That's
All
fair.
right, so here's Dr. Jen. I'm not afraid of a little jab, and the ones I give are the best.
I like this one for her.
At
For
least she's
her, I like this one.
promoting her business, right?
Correct.
She's a
Yes. Um,
yeah.
she's a doctor, like an aesthetics doctor. I think that's what it's called.
Or somebody said she's a real doctor. She's just an injectables.
Let me double check.
I'm just repeating what I saw in the live chats. I like Dr. Jen, but I don't see any longevity in her marriage. Um, and like her husband doesn't like they don't. I don't see a chemistry between her and her husband. Like he got more chemistry with that Chihuahua than he does with her.
Mhm. Let's see.
Mm. All
She's a
right, so
doctor.
those
Yeah,
were the
yeah. She's a doctor by
taglines.
profession. Yep.
She's a real doctor.
She's a doctor. I'm trying to find.
Negative.
Yeah, it says Jennifer Armstrong, MD, is naturally gifted in the field of aesthetic medicine. In addition to receiving 2 awards for sculpture, Jennifer Armstrong, MD, has also received 2 international awards in laser technology. So yeah, she's a doctor. So anytime you put
Mm.
anytime you put MD behind your name, you're a doctor. So Jennifer did her MS in biophysics and physiology from Georgetown with a major in complementary and alternative medicine. She graduated from the University of Hawaii John A. Burns School of Medicine with a doctorate in medicine. She went on to pursue her residency in pathology at
Nice.
Harbor UCLA Medical Center. Jen was given a fellowship in aesthetics from the American Academy of Aesthetic Medicine. Today, this continues to be her specialty. She was just not one who just went with her gifts, and she just had an affinity for aesthetics. That's where she went. So yeah, she's a doctor. Doctor.
So what happened with Emily though?
What do you mean?
I mean, she did a great job with Emily's neck because I want to go to her to get mine done, but I probably can't afford it. But we'll work on that. We'll start saving up now so that when I look really decrepit, then it'll be good. But I think Emily's doing too much with her face.
I think it's just Emily's overloading herself. You know what I mean? She's doing too much too soon. Does that make sense?
Too much filler, injectable, whatever.
She doesn't need it. I think what it is, what I've noticed with people,
like I said, Southern pageant queen.
For me, I've noticed is when people get things they don't need, it doesn't help them.
Well, look, if she's happy, I'm happy.
Exactly. Do we want to
let me
get
get
into
my
this episode? Because this had me hollering through the whole way through.
All right, so we pick up back at the sushi party. Okay, that conversation between we see what's her name? Nicole arrive in that t-shirt, flashing her cooch. She was already a little sauced when she arrived, right?
Not the t-shirt.
Am I the only one who saw a flash of cooch?
I didn't see it, sorry.
It
was short. It was short.
It was short. When she pulled the bottom, the top was coming down. She pulled the top, the bottom came up. It was just a mess.
Right.
A mess.
Just because you can, you should not. Just because you can, you should not be shopping for dresses in the teen section.
Well, here's the thing: you could see her thigh gap when they were walking down the Grand Foyer to the salon. You saw her thigh gap. The thigh gap is right below the cooch.
Well, Steven did say Nicole was a mess. They had to blur her crotch.
Thank you, Steven. And they did her dirty when she was talking to Emily and Gina, and they were doing the boob thing, and Emily was doing her cross-examination of her. When they did that close-up of her with a piece of food on the side of her mouth, I was like, my God, production is back on OC. They did her dirty, though. They did her dirty. They gave her access, too much access to the bar. To me, Nicole did not come off well in this episode.
I mean, she
is this the last time we're gonna see her?
I hope not. I kind of like her. She seems like she would be. She seems like she would be fun.
No, I don't like her, and here's why. All right, if Heather and Terry didn't know that Nicole James was Nicole Weiss, right? And she's known Heather for 6 to 8 years because the numbers varied. 6 to 8 years, right? How you ain't never brought that up? Despite what we come to find out about the whole legal situation and how it went down and how it was pulled back, but how did you never, ever say when you meeting Heather at whatever event you first meet her at, go, hey, I don't want anyone to bring this up to you. I thought our conversation was really nice. I would like to develop a friendship. However, this and this and this happened. because I don't expect Heather to know what went down 16 years ago, because she was dealing with 2-year-old twins. Her kids are 18.
Mhm.
Her oldest kids is 18, the twins.
Right.
So I'm not going to be expecting her. My cousin had twins. Um, I'm not going to be expecting her to know anything other than the burping schedule, the bottle schedule, and the pooping schedule. That's about it. So she
I'm trying to
I
remember
didn't
what
like how she
year.
came off, even if
But
she
here's the
was
thing.
in conjunction with them.
Here's the thing. I want to know when she changed her name because that's important.
Maybe she got
Um,
married or something.
no, no, no. I'm talking
Because
about
what's her
Heather.
name? Heather only knew her as James.
8 years. 20, so Heather was on for 2012 to 2016. If we're going with the
Mm-hmm.
6 years, that takes her to 2015.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder.
Even if
Cause remember,
Heather had her old name, right?
yeah.
Heather
But remember, I
walks
brought this up.
around
Hmm.
bragging about Terry Dubrow.
True.
Heather's all about branding. The only reason why she changed her name was to make the branding cohesive. Let's just call a thing about Heather Dubrow.
True. I'm just like, yeah. How would you? Yeah, yeah. Cause her husband. Cause remember, I brought this up last time. Like, how do you not? How y'all been friends this long? How has she not met your husband? But remember, you said because there's some people you don't bring around your husband. True, but if y'all been these good friends, I'm sorry, you would have had to met at some point,
I
or
don't
seen a
know if
picture,
she's like a good friend,
or
because
seen a picture, or friend, oh,
what,
seen a
wait, hold
picture.
on. What socioeconomic level is she at? Because let's call a thing with Heather Dubrow. She could be a friend on screen, friend, but she ain't a real socioeconomic friend.
But here's the thing with Heather, like you just pointed out, she's about the branding and the opulence.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna tell me that she wouldn't tell this
Mm-hmm.
woman, her friend, that her husband is Terry DeBro and shown her a picture. You're not gonna tell me that.
Oh, Nicole knows. Like, this is what irks me with Nicole. You knew exactly who she was and who her husband was and what all went down 16 years ago. If it were
Hmm.
me, if I were ever Nicole with that enviable thigh gap, I would have had to say something, because you know what? I have a conscience. And if
Correct.
it was something like, the attorneys went after him, but she pulled it back and it never actually went forward, then what would I have to worry about?
Right. But
Unless Terry had to pay her off for her to pull it back.
right, but I think no one wants to have that conversation. Look, I sued your husband. I mean, I get it, but at some point
But
you should have
again,
told
I
it.
could not be friends with somebody if I know I did that. If I was involved in something like that, I am I stupid? Like, I
But
would
she
have to
pulled it
say
back though.
something.
Yeah, you say something.
I would have to say something. Like, I could not sleep at night. And then I'd be like always suspicious. Wait, this woman must know. Like, what is she waiting to dump on me in future
Hmm.
social situations? I would become like super suspicious. Why she ain't saying something? I would have to say something and just like get ahead of the story, so it's not
See,
a
I
big
couldn't be
thing.
I couldn't be your friend and then not tell you.
Let's call a thing a thing. Oh my God. I think I might be saying that a lot with this show. She was young and she was chasing. I
Hmm.
don't believe that either. What caused her to pull it back? We're never going to know, because we're not going to see like the whole medical details, because of privacy laws and stuff like that. But I just wonder if there was a settlement.
But she even
It
said
wouldn't
though
be the
on
first
camera.
time it happened.
The thing is, she said on camera, I don't think you did anything wrong. So I
Mm-hmm.
want to know. So for me, I want to know who was really pulling the strings on that.
Right. But if she was paid a settlement and those were part of the terms that he did nothing wrong, then she has to stick with that or pay back.
Yeah, she had to pay the money back if she goes against the NDA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
So I think okay, here's my theory. I'm going off on a tangent. I think Heather knew who she was. I think Heather ain't saying nothing all these years. Or they had an agreement and she's like, I'm gonna drop this on you. You're gonna work with me because I'm coming back. I'm coming back bigger, better, stronger. I'm the bionic Heather. I got all brand new parts.
Mm,
Target Shannon Bedore. The Bedores are going down because they said we was trying to take them down last time. We're gonna do it this time. That bitch ain't in Newport. This is what we gonna do.
Tracy says, I think she's just an acquaintance to Heather, never close enough or rich enough to hang out with them like
Thank
that.
you.
Now she's a friend because she's on the show. Well,
But is she a real friend on the show though?
I mean, they seem to like each other, so there's a friendship. There's a friendship there. Basically, here's how I look at Nicole. Heather brought
Uh-huh.
Nicole back in because she
Mm-hmm.
didn't know how the cast was going to work itself out. So she pre-recruited Nicole to be her sidekick to make sure she had some kind of backup on the show. Because she didn't know how she was going to mesh with the other ladies. So she did it smart. She came in with backup, ready.
She's not good backup if she's always soused. I think she's collateral damage to prove a point that Heather
So
is the head bitch in charge.
I mean, collateral damage,
Sorry.
friend of. I mean, collateral. Like, is there really a difference between collateral damage and friend of the show? If we're being honest, is there a real difference?
What
Nope.
here's the thing. Let's see how many shows she's on.
Right.
If she runs the whole season, then she's spreading of the show.
Oh,
If
but you see that
she
photo though?
fades away, what photo?
The photo.
Find it, find it, find it. If she fades away, I think she's collateral damage, a means to an end for the DeBros.
Who posted it? Was it
And
Smart
just to
Side?
start the mess with Shannon.
Because it was a photo and it was all the housewives, but she was in that photo with them. I
I
was like,
wasn't,
oh,
you know what? It was just a really bad acting. Think about it. Remember how Terry came in? Hello, everybody. Heather was so fake excited to see him. Look who's here. I have to go to sleep. Surgery early in the morning. He goes upstairs. We're all looking at the sushi. We're trying to pick out our appetizers. We're getting shams. We're going, yeah, 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 yeah. We're hitting the bong, not once, but twice. It's all good. Then all of this happens, and she conveniently gets her mic removed so she could go upstairs and grab Terry, who should have been going to sleep, but is still in his leather motorcycle jacket, and comes back downstairs like a wannabe Tom Cruise and Top Gun, and is like, "Are you? What's her name? Nicole Weiss? Okay.
right. You sued
Wait,
me.
what?
Okay. So this is a
You
photo
sued
from
me?"
the
And Lily
party.
was like, "It's okay."
So this is a photo from the party, and it was all of them looking real chummy, and Nicole looking
Who?
mighty comfortable. Nicole looking mighty comfortable in this photo.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Oh
think
my
Nicole may
God.
be here to stay.
Terry was watching surveillance cameras. Y'all messy. All right, where's the picture? Put up the picture. Let's see.
Let me see if I can send it over. How can oh, I know how I can do this.
She said she was forced to file a suit but dropped. Mm. So, okay. She was forced to file this suit, right? And then it was dropped. So those attorneys who forced her into filing this suit had to walk away with nothing?
Right.
I don't know. Was she working with Sweet James? I don't know.
I'm just waiting for it to come through. I just sent it to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, let me see if I can do
What
it.
was the picture? Oh.
To me, it's just interesting, like how chummy she looks in this photo.
When they took the group photo?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
Yes, handler forced. She says she was a young model when that happened. Hmm.
All right, let me
Young
see if I can
model
show
in
this.
Hollywood. What does that mean? Like,
Um,
oh, let me
mm,
keep my mouth shut.
correct. That's what I was saying too. So is this one? You see how comfortable
Mhm.
she looking? She has that look like I'm here to stay. Let me see if I can go back. So this is all of them. It looks like it's at Heather's party. They're all smiling and look at Nicole.
Mhm.
She's just like she look like she fit in real good. Like she real like she in there. And you see how Heather and Gina how they're chummy, and Shannon is way over here, just way over here.
Okay. All right. So wait, I've got a picture of this too.
All
I've
right,
got
let
a
me
picture of
stop
this too.
sharing.
This is so mean. Let me blow this up a little bit. Move over. Okay. This is the one that I took from the show. I hope this comes up good. Let me see if I can blow up. Good Lord. This is just no. How this is not appropriate. But yeah, she's chummy with
Mhm.
what did Emily say about her? I'm just a better version of you. I love it. Emily is just lovely here. And these two, chummy chummies.
But here's my thing though.
And who would
How
have thought that these two over here would have been buddies?
right? But here's my thing though. How I wonder how
Mm-hmm.
Gina and Heather's budding friendship is going to affect Emily because remember she seemed to have an issue with Gina making new friends a season or two ago.
Oh yeah. And she was pissed last night. Did you hear how Emily said to Gina, come with me or come with me. Yeah, it was come with me, I think she said, not come here. Come with
Mhm.
me. When she ragged out Nicole on the couch. Nicole, sit down. I am sitting down. That was stupid, but I loved it. But when she dusted her all the way out, and then she got up to leave the mausoleum, and I didn't like how she barked at it. And I was like, wait, hold on. I don't think she liked what at first I thought she didn't like what Gina did with Heather.
Mhm.
And then I
Mhm.
was like, wait a minute. Is something else going on here? And then I find out that they have an issue later on in the season. So the best of friends do have an issue. And I'm wondering if
Mhm.
it's because of Heather. I'm
I'm going to
wondering.
say yes.
Oh, and I
Because
was trying to get a
Gina,
picture of Noella's arm, but I couldn't.
like you said, Gina loves to social climb. Because you see her apologizing to
Yep.
Heather, I am so sorry. I did not mean it. I'm like, oh, and then Heather said, you know how they say don't shoot the messenger, shoot the messenger, because she wasn't wrong. Because what she said was, was it the right time? No, but had Heather not had, excuse me, not Heather, had Shannon not brought this to you, you had nothing to say. And I agree with that.
Okay, look at what Kelly says. Look at what Kelly says. Nicole's chummy chummy now since she was supposed to be a friend of the show, but kicked out at some point. Some say
Oh,
because of Heather, some say because she wouldn't get the jab.
I would go with the jab.
I don't know. Desperate looking. How old is she? If she's over 35. Oh. You think Nicole looks desperate for attention? I just thought she looked sloppy. Just thought she
Hmm.
looked sloppy.
Now
Oh, this
Gina's
this
looking
this is so
now Gina looking real thirsty for attention though, especially Heather's attention.
bad. Mhm. Mhm.
So
Mhm.
we pick up at Terry, Heather, and Nicole talking. You know, he's like, you know what, you dropped it, fine, whatever. That's where we left off.
Mhm. Well, we've been all over the place. But I do want to touch on Noella and Shannon, their dynamic, because I think Shannon came into this trying to make allies with Emily and Gina, and then wound
Hmm.
up at this party being shunned by everybody with the exception of Noella. But I wonder if she'd be like that good with Noella if she knew that, like Noella said in her confessional, you don't do that to your, like, respect your elders or something like that. I thought that was so shady.
Novella,
But they have a guru in common, a shaman, a healer,
somebody.
a something. They have somebody in Tracy. Her name was Tracy, and she does something for both of them. So they're all nice. And at the end of this debacle, Noella is the only person that's really talking to Shannon. Good Lord. Shannon. I have so many opinions on this thing. Shannon was messy, right?
Yes.
Shannon said this off camera and said it to people who she told Heather not to trust and
Right,
expected them to camera.
but I'm gonna
People
give
that
them
you were
benefit of the
on
doubt
the
on this
outs
one.
with 3 days before.
I was gonna say that I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt that I'm assuming that Shannon said that about them before they started forming a friendship. I'm gonna give grace on that one until I find out the timeline.
Okay. But I'm just saying everything that came out. All right.
Hmm.
Shannon, like if you say it off camera and you say, keep this to yourself, I would expect you to do that. If it's on camera, I think it's a different thing. Like,
It's
what
a
do you
fair
think the
game.
rules are?
I think it's something
If
fair.
it's off
It's
camera?
something is if it's off camera, it stays off camera. But if you say it on camera, it's fair game.
Okay. Right, because they weren't taping the night that she told them, and she told them keep it to yourself. Because I think at that time they hadn't confirmed that James was Weiss,
Right.
right? And she even said, "I hope it's not the same person," and it can't
Hmm.
be because of the situation. Like, you sued my husband, I'm not going to be friends with you,
Right.
you know. Gina, okay. At the end with the apology and Gina giving her reasons why was because when she was still married to her husband, her ex-husband, she went to a barbecue, which happened to be at his mistress's home. And everybody there knew, with the exception of her. When she got back home, she found out. And she felt bad that everybody knew. Okay, girl,
I'm
here's the
not going with
thing.
her on that
Nobody
one.
said nothing at the barbecue. Nobody said nothing at the barbecue. You got back home and they told you. And
Right.
this comes back to what Heather says: time and place. You
Exactly.
got to learn quick with Heather. Time and place and appropriateness is everything.
Right. And my thing, if you're that concerned about Heather and your PTSD, why don't you say something to Heather at that lunch before the party? Yeah, I'm not giving Gina a pass on that one. I'm not gonna give her a pass on that one because you had ample time. You could have called Heather. You could have called
Uh-huh.
Heather off camera and told her. You could have told her in front of Shan, like, look, either you tell her, or I'll tell her. You pick her, you pick and choose what you want to do. So I'm not gonna give you this whole PTSD. Oh my god, blah blah blah. You
I
wait until
didn't
you
buy
showed up
it
into that woman's
either.
house. You wait until you showed up into that woman's house to have
In
a
the
moment.
party.
Yes,
In the party.
$36,000 party,
Like,
and then you get to dinner. That's what I was really mad about.
true. And they didn't get their customized boxes with the chopsticks and everything.
Right.
You didn't see the place settings?
I did. No,
She
I said
had
they didn't
done
get that.
everybody's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
36, 36K, and we didn't get to dinner. I'm sending you all y'all an invoice. All of you get
That's
an
a
invoice
tax
from me.
write-off.
I'm still sending
Tax
you an invoice
write-off.
though.
She doesn't
That's more
care.
money. That's more money for me. Talking about.
Noble got the free promo plus 10 grand in raw fish. They got paid.
Right? Yeah. I'm just
It
saying.
was
I'm
a
not giving anything up
successful
past that.
evening.
I'm
Oh
just
my
not giving.
god, I was gonna mess up. Yeah. I don't know. Yep, 36,000. For 11 people. Wait, how much does that work out to? Wait,
Like 3 grand, like 3 grand, 3 grand plus a person.
really?
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 36 divided by 11, roughly 12,000 actually. Three no, 36 grand to divide by
No,
11. You say
30, like
11
almost
people.
3,300.
Yeah,
Yeah, 11.
11, 3,300. Yeah,
That's not a bad. That's not a bad thing.
no, it's not too bad.
Well, ciao. But she said 10,000 for the fish divided by 11. Wait, divided by 11. Wow. For the food alone per plate was like 900, like $909 per plate. That's a good
It's a,
buffet.
that's a good buffet.
That's a good buffet. But then again, that kind of like, the sushi, if she brought in like all that fresh tuna and all that, like that's expensive, especially now with jacked up. Wait, when did they film?
It had to be a year ago.
You sure they didn't film this year?
I'm trying to think. Give me 2 seconds. I can kind of give you. I can kind of
Yes,
give you a
because
timeline.
the girl didn't come back because she wouldn't get the jab. So it had to be when we had jabs this year.
So the mandate, right?
We
So it had to be
the mandate.
late. It had to be late last year, early this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
gonna
that
say
was
around
one hell of a
November-ish.
double banger. Eh. What November? We didn't have vaccines last November.
No, the only reason I'm going off my timeline is because I know when we had some closures, and that was late last year. I'm just going off of that timeline, which was late,
Mm-hmm.
which was like December-ish. So let's go, let's
Mm-hmm.
say, okay, so it was, it's probably, you're right, it had to be like super early this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going off of that timeline because of when we have some closures, particularly in Southern California. So I think Los Angeles kind of shut down last year around November 1st. They had
Mm-hmm.
another mini lockdown, and then slowly reopened. So it had to be like super late last year. We're gonna say early this year to be fair, to be more accurate, I think.
Okay. Um, I'm thinking this is spring. I'm thinking this is spring, but we'll
Production began
see.
in July 2021. I didn't
Oh,
realize it was that. I did not realize they filmed this. They filmed and got this out quick.
Mm,
I didn't realize it was
okay.
that
All
late.
right.
My bad. I don't know
Um,
why I was thinking. I'm just used to them filming a year out. Is what I think that's what my mind is used to.
I think production schedules have just been turned on their ears and they have to like do rapid filming,
I think
editing,
you're right.
push it out because they're all scared of another shutdown. So, what did you think about the Emily, Gina, and Nicole touchy question and answer section? And then when they get to the couch with the sit down.
That was I wasn't really paying attention to the sit down for now, but the messy part with Emily and Gina, they were trying to put that in. They were trying to bring it out then and there, which was messy.
Emily, not Gina, because Gina was
Emily,
flubbing that part.
yeah,
Emily was asking all the
Emily.
questions. She was like, she was a girl with new boobs because she would just went in with the
Mhm,
finger.
mhm.
Those are cute.
They look so good.
Oh my god. But yeah, to me it was Nicole lamb to the slaughter. Wait. Ablavi says this season looks to be good. Did you watch more than 15 minutes, Ablavi? We saw that part. So we saw when Heather just tells all of them, not get out of the house, but it's just done. Um, I love that Heather made all of the production crew wear medical shoe covers like Dr. Tiffany. I love it. I love that Emily called the house a mausoleum. I love that Emily rinsed out Nicole. Um, what else did I love? I love that Heather was bopping around the house this entire episode with a glass of champs in her hand. I was trying to figure out if it was two different glasses because the editing was a little choppy, but I loved it. Tracy, bravo, bravo, bravo. What else? Oh, and the scene that made me laugh the most was Shannon leaving the mausoleum, and it's that solo shot of her walking and she's wobbling
I
on
felt
her
sad for her.
shoes.
I felt so sad for her. I mean, but when Heather said, when Heather's like, and this and this, and Shannon's like, well, you're pointing your finger in my face, and blah blah blah. She's like, are you really telling me right now that I'm putting my finger in your face? You try to implode my whole world. I'm like, okay, that was a little bit dramatic, Heather, but fine, whatever. But when she said that I've done this before, let's just be done. I was like, I had flashbacks, like, oh, my kids are upstairs. Please leave. Just it just gave me flashbacks. I was like,
Please leave.
wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It Heather has the most diplomatic way of telling you get the fuck out, bitch. Because the rest of us would have said that.
Right?
And Heather's just like so nice with the fancy words. It's just like, what? God.
Like you said, the
Um,
solo star was like Shannon's walking with like a hit puppy.
mhm. All
Like
they needed was some sad music from an old western.
yes. It's maybe like a Photoshop tumbleweed going across the
I
mausoleum.
know. I know. And all you hearing is the dirt blowing in the wind or something like she's all alone and like mortally wounded, wobbling on her little stilettos. My God.
But Heather wasn't
Um,
wrong. Heather wasn't wrong because she said you could have given me a heads up, which Gina told her to do, and I agreed with Gina. Just tell her. Just tell
I
her.
wouldn't have done it at the party though.
No, I mean, but
But I
Gina
love
told.
Shannon. Shannon saw her doing it though, and she marched right over there and said, "What are you doing?"
Hmm.
Loved it.
But
Mm-mm.
I think Gina was correct in telling Shannon beforehand. You need to tell her. Just go ahead and tell her. But
Right, but she was
then I
dead wrong
disagree
for
with
doing it at
with
the party.
correct, 100%. No
It
question
was
there.
the right thing to tell her so that she's not blindsided. If it
Correct.
was done behind the scenes, like if the original gossip was done off camera, right? Then
Hmm.
tell her off camera.
Right.
I wouldn't have told her on camera. I don't know. Maybe they have different rules when they're on the show. What
Gina,
did you
but see
think
what
about the
Gina was
overly
trying to do though.
produced scene?
Hold on, what
Uh-huh.
Gina was trying to do is she's trying to gain favor with Heather, but it didn't work out like it didn't work like she planned because like you said, Heather's all about time, place, and appropriateness, and she failed. She failed on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she failed with what? The social graces or something? Etiquette? That's stuff that I don't know nothing about. Telling Emily to sit down as she was seated about that. Yes, Kimberly, that was funny because the first time she said it, I was like, wait, what? Who is she talking to?
Right.
Because everybody was seated that we was looking at. So I'm thinking, oh, it must be somebody else. And then she kept on saying it and looking at Emily and is she for real? Even after being told I am sitting down? And I know she was probably meaning like slow your roll or something, but
Right.
I was confusion. I really was. What'd you think about the overly produced scene with Heather and Terry talking on their balcony?
I laughed. It's Bravo. We're gonna get some overproduced stuff, so I can deal with that.
Did you like the tweet that I sent you? Oh, because while I was watching the show, I caught it on the replay, and I was live in Twitter, and I sent you that
Mhm.
tweet. I thought it was funny. Oh, poor Terry's not aging well. He's not.
um, I wouldn't say that. I just think he's gaining COVID weight.
No, he's not aging well. He's not
Well, he got
aging well.
he got the
Um,
coin, so it don't matter. Sorry.
that's true.
I
That's
I
true.
always side with coins. Coins always make you look real good.
And that was Heather's reason for marrying him.
She
Mm-mm.
saw she saw but she saw
Okay.
potential when she moved forward,
Hmm.
and she was right.
What did you think about Jen and her husband going to dinner with the dog?
I was like, what? Okay. He was oh boy
But
was all into them Brussels sprouts too.
how was he more into Brussels sprouts than his wife? Like, she's a good looking woman. She's intelligent. She's like self made. They've got the kids. Like, did you see any chemistry between the two of them?
Nope.
Mm.
Not
Oh, I
from
think
my
they love
standpoint.
each
No.
other, Stephen. Yeah,
There's a
they do
disconnect.
love each other. They with Jen, there Dr. Jen, there is a disconnect with her husband. The Jabros, I think they do love each other. Um,
Yeah. For me, what
Terry
is
and Paul
Jen?
both look good on Bob. Hmm.
What is with Jen and her husband is like they're. It's interesting. It's like their roles are reversed, where she's the one who's out getting the money and having her own business, highly educated, when it's normally the man. Because remember he was the one staying at home with the children, and she said it. She's like she envied him staying home with the kids, and he envied her going out and being an entrepreneur. It's like they kind of like
Hmm.
envy what the other one was able to do. It's very interesting, and I could see it.
But he has a business now, right?
But he does, but like but he didn't before. This seems to be kind of newish
Okay.
or newer, because he was the one at the home with the kids, and typically it's the man who's going out being an
Wait,
entrepreneur and
but
doing all that stuff.
true, true. But he had another job before this one where he was able to work from home. I think when she first had the kids, he stayed at home primarily as the caretaker. And then he
Right.
got a work from home job. And then I think he started a business. I think. They weren't that
He no, he
interesting,
did.
so I didn't pay much attention last week.
I like them, but it's just I think what they struggle is communication. Like they don't seem to actively listen, especially him. She listens.
Mm.
She actively listens more than he does, and I don't know why he's that way. Because what she was talking about was really exciting. I wanted to hear more myself. Like, what are you doing? You're expanding? What's going on here?
Mhm.
How much? Where's the building? How
Yeah.
much is it worth? Are you buying the real estate? I'm one of those people who like to know that stuff. And he can really care less.
Mhm.
All he care about these are Brussels sprouts though. I was like, really?
But then she's making excuses for him that he fixates on stuff. Brussels sprouts?
Right.
Brussels sprouts.
Okay.
Okay, girl. Then we see Emily and Shane go to dinner. When he said, I'm going to do something romantic and ordered her a burger, I nearly fell out. Shane is so disgusting. I can't with him. Emily, I hope you inherit everything from his mama. I really do. I felt bad for her when they talked about how he got sick last year, because that was one of the
Mhm.
best scenes last year's trash season, was when she was outside the
Mhm.
hospital and couldn't go in. She had to drop him off. He had the big
Right.
C, 19, and he really thought he was going to die. And she said it gave her a new outlook. And like her last daughter Annabelle now wants to be baptized in the church, and she's glad that he has his religion and can give it
Mhm.
to the girls, because she wasn't really brought up that way. And last year, with everything that happened with him, um you know she wants for, like, if something traumatic happens to them, that they have something like their faith
Mhm.
to fall back on and get them through, because maybe she was feeling kind of lost. And that handheld video that she did from the parking lot, that was everything. She really likes this man for some reason.
I just don't
This
care
little
about him.
midget man.
I just don't care about him.
I don't, but he does give some zingers though, I ain't gonna lie. Ugh, I love you, Dusty on the OC. But wait, Dusty's can have money. Well, he doesn't have the money. It's his mom who has the money, because it's his mom who funds their lifestyle. Is that correct, Jamal?
Yeah, that's why I understand that the mom like funds their lifestyle. Because
Hmm.
remember, like, how could they live if he wasn't working because he was taking the bar and she's not a practicing attorney?
Right. And when she said, "Did you think we'd be married for 13 years?" and he's like, "I thought I'd be dead by now." Damn. Shane is just one of those. He has one of those really extra dry senses of humor. And I wonder if she's one of those people that just tunes him out. Oof. I need some rich old. Yes, Kimberly. When you find some, can you send some my way? I'm tired of being poor. Dusty's a mentality. You can be a rich Dusty. Kanye, Tristan, and Shay. Okay, thank you, Ablavi. We needed this. Yes, I'm still waiting for that diagram.
That's what I've been waiting on too. Like with a chart in the pyramid.
Yes. She wants to kiss. Okay, so then we see Emily calling Heather, requesting to meet up for lunch. Then we see Emily, Gina, and Heather getting together. Gina and Emily both apologize. Gina goes in and says, the reason why she did it. Heather says time and place. You know, and Heather's ready to move on. Now that she's had a chance to process, she's ready to move on. Heather also tells them that Shannon said the two of them were not to be trusted and were manipulative. Um, Emily says, same old Shannon. So the lines are drawn. What are we
for
going to
now.
do?
But I think this what Shannon said was like months ago. So I'm gonna until we get timeline, I'm gonna give Shannon some grace on this one.
Mm-mm. Okay, we found out that there's a birthday out there. Happy birthday, Ablavi. Happy birthday. Let's see. Let's do this one. Oh, there we go. Happy birthday. Yay. Thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Um, wait.
So
Oh, that explains his lack of sex appeal? Ooh, oh my God. You can't tell Gina anything. Wait, hold on. You can't tell Gina anything unless you want everyone and their brother to know it. Ooh,
that's true. Telephone,
yeah.
Teletamra,
So then
Telegina.
maybe Shannon wanted it to get out.
That's what
She
Heather
just
was
didn't know it was
saying.
going to backfire on her like
Right. That's what Heather was saying. She's like, either
that.
why would she tell people she didn't trust and who are manipulative with this kind of information instead of
Mm-hmm.
telling me? And they said like, oh yeah, Shannon. Emily said like Shannon wanted me to put it out there, but I didn't do it, which
Mm-mm-mm.
makes sense dealing with Shannon. So what do you think about this season so far?
These were two good episodes. I mean, wow. We haven't seen this from OC in a really, really, really long time.
I
Like,
keep telling
really
people,
long time.
seasons 9 to 11 were like their golden seasons, in my opinion, because you gave us Shannon, you gave us Inspector Megan, Vicky was out here scamming with Brooks, and he got him some new teeth. So those were like the golden years. What?
I
What?
wasn't expecting got him some new teeth. I didn't.
She did. Vicky even said it on the show that she paid for his teeth.
Oh my God. If
I'm with
Kelly.
Kimberly on this one.
Okay, so wait.
Bring back Tamara for me.
No, I want to get a season without them.
We've had a
I want a
season without
season
them.
without them.
We've already had that.
Wasn't Tamara on there? No, last season I don't count. That was an awful, like, I don't know, imprisoned season. No, let's throw last season away.
But I
Mm-mm.
would love to see Tamara come back being mad at Shannon
No,
for dropping
no,
her.
no. She could stay on her podcast with Teddy. Two irrelevant people. No.
You
I
just
want to
never liked Tamara.
see Gina. I, well, hello.
I like Tamara.
um, I want to see, because if with Tamara and Vicky gone, this will allow Emily and Gina to emerge. And I want to see
They've
what
had
kind of
three seasons
damage
to
they can
emerge.
do. Not when you got people screaming rabid chihuahuas and woohoo, woohoo. No, no. I want to see what happens this season with those two, and I want to see their friendship fracture.
Oh, gotcha. Again, I
Yeah,
mean, it fractured once before.
basically. I know, but I like to see the friendship building and the friendship breaking apart.
We need we need we need another friend. This show needs one more
We need
wife and one
another
more friend.
friend.
I'm talking about next. I'm looking forward to next season because they only have six
Oh,
wives. They only have
okay.
6 wives. I think seven is always the magic number.
I would love for Megan to come back
Same.
or Lizzie.
I've always wanted Lizzie back.
But Megan is not living in California anymore, I don't think.
I thought they moved back.
Didn't
Oh
she?
wait, what?
Wasn't she living where he was living in like in the Midwest or
No,
something? Her
no, that was
ex-husband.
Jim. That was Jim. I thought her and the new husband moved back
But I thought
to
she was.
California.
But I thought she was living near the ex-husband.
No, they
So
were,
they,
but to the
because
smart
I
they
know
got
the new
married.
husband lives in California.
Right. I'm trying to see. Okay. She was. Okay, she's living in St. Louis, so we know that.
Right, that's it. Yeah, because I think that's where he works or where he's
Yeah. Okay. So,
based.
so she didn't move. They got married, but she didn't move with him yet. Got it. Got
Yeah,
it. Got
because
it. Got it. Got
the
it.
new
Got it.
husband does live in California.
Right.
Because remember, they got together over a couple of weeks and married.
Correct. Mhm.
Ah, so logistics is still trying to work out where they at. Okay, so Kimberly says that they need a Marlo or a twirl type lady in the mix.
All right, guys. So
Mm.
first, according to Radar Online, um, former OC star Megan King drove 840K in the Missouri home months before getting hitched to Joe Biden's nephew. Yeah, so this is as of November 15th of this year. Gotcha. Okay, so you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Because doesn't she share custody with Jim for the kids?
Yeah, that makes sense for her not to
Mm-hmm.
move.
And
You know,
they're
because
too
she's being
young
thoughtful,
to be sitting on a plane.
and she got 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, almost 3,000 square feet. Not mad at you, Megan. Good job. Get your money's worth.
Hmm.
And the home was just built in 2017, so it's not old.
Hmm. So, what did you think about the episodes so far? What did you think about the season?
So this gives me hope. These two episodes were better than the whole of last season, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope they don't do like like they gave us with New Jersey. They came out with a bang with Jackie and Teresa, and it just completely fell off. I hope they can. I hope OC can keep
Mm.
this train going.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Hmm.
I mean, they've come off a disastrous season 15. Like, they can't do any worse.
Hmm.
All right. So, anything, what are we doing tomorrow? You have Project Runway and what else?
I think that's it. To be honest.
Have we reviewed
Oh,
everything?
yeah, I have my show on the second channel, but on this channel, I think it's just Project Runway.
Yes. All right. Perfect.
Because what did we lose? We lost a show, and we moved Sister Wives because we already done them.
If we wanted to, we could wrap up Ultimate
Girls
Girls
Trip.
Trip.
We haven't done
Get that
Girls
out
Trip
of the
yet.
way.
That's why it is. We're missing Girls Trip.
Mhm.
So do you
Okay,
want to watch
so I'll need to watch
episode
that.
6 and 7, right?
Wait, we're gonna do both?
Do you want to do 6? I'm fine with just 6.
Okay. All right. Oh wow, yeah. Wow, this was a light week, thank God.
Mhm.
But
So
we
yeah,
have
so we
Housewives of Miami coming up.
Yes.
That's
Next
starting
Thursday.
next week.
Next Thursday, I believe, the 16th. Hmm.
Oh my.
And then we have to
So
watch
then,
the first
wait.
episode of the 90 Day. We have to watch one episode to see if we can get through it.
Okay, so wait a minute. Wait a minute. I say let's push through the last two episodes of Ultimate Girls Trip if Miami is starting next week.
Miami, let me just double check. I'm pretty
Because
positive
if they
Miami's
drop
starting soon.
3 episodes, if they drop
Who
three
did?
episodes, then I'm gonna be in dog poop.
Mhm. Let's see. Let's see. I'm pretty positive it's
These are
December
some
16th.
wonderful words of advice. Oh, I love it. The
Yeah, it has to be the
finale
16th.
of Ultimate Girls Trip, Cynthia quits the show, or quits Housewives in general, or quits her friendship with Twirl. Quits what? Larja Dish. Ruin it for me. Oh my God. All right. So this was another crazy episode of The Real Housewives of Orange County, season 16, episode 2, Loose Lips and Lawsuits. Ciao. All right, Jamal, we're going to get our schedule together. I promise. And we'll figure something out, and we'll just put out the schedule. We'll schedule the shows, and hopefully you'll pick up on it. Watch the way it ends. It's like, oh, that is why she left Real Housewives of Atlanta. But she didn't leave Real Housewives of Atlanta. She just didn't get renewed. Hmm. Okay,
Interesting.
Blavi wants us to do 90 day.
I mean, I'm down because I just but what I won't do I just won't waste 2 hours. I won't waste 2 hours on a Sunday night. I will just watch it on the app. Especially if they
Yeah.
but you know if they hopefully if they can put it out early on like they used to, didn't they used to put it out early on Discovery where it's only an hour and a half of
Yeah.
time?
From Friday.
Yeah,
From
so I'm
Friday,
waiting
they
for
used
that.
to do it. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't
I mean
know.
we have a homeless model. I just want to know how he went from homeless to model. I'm intrigued, and they're picking on Michigan, and Usman's back.
It depends on where the homeless model was found. Like, you could get
Right,
discovered anywhere in New York City.
right. And I want to know. I want to see Usman back, see what he's up to with his shenanigans.
You just like Usman.
I don't, but
I
his like
can't.
his scamming is so apparent. It's just how people fall for it. I like obvious scammers and figure out how these people fall for it. I'm intrigued.
Oh my
When,
God.
90 day. When does 90 day? This is this Sunday. When
Wasn't it the 14th? Why is the 14th in my head? You know, I be getting my days wrong. Yeah, I have my days wrong.
oh, this Sunday.
So that's the 12th?
The 12th.
You sure it's this Sunday?
Yeah, I googled it
Wow.
just to be safe. It says catch 90 Day Fiance
Okay,
before the 90
I
Day
will
25
give.
and streaming on the Discovery
And
Plus.
what is this? This is just plain 90 days or before the 90 days?
This is
What is
before the
this?
90 days.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay. I'll give it a
Huh?
whirl.
Me too. Especially if I can
I'll
watch it
give it a whirl.
on Discovery Plus with no commercials. I'm here for no commercials.
That didn't help me with Evelyn.
Well, we just but they're recycled, so we just didn't care from the beginning. So that's why I didn't bother watching it.
All right, guys. Oh, okay. Let's wrap this up. So, Jamal, any final thoughts on anything at all?
No, we are good to go.
All righty. So, until next time.
But of course,
All right.
bye.
Bye.